What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for thelines.com, playpicks.com, and let's talk some Monday Night Football, the final Monday Night Football game of this NFL season. I can't believe it's already here. It's heartbreaking all at the same time. The Browns are traveling to play the Steelers. As we take a look here at this number, yeah, this is what we woke up to here on Monday morning, guys. So this is now the Steelers favored by as much as 3 points over the Cleveland Browns, a total of 42.5 or 43. Yesterday, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, this was 3.5 in favor of the Browns. So this thing has flipped 6.5 points between now and actually this started to happen last night because of the fact that the Browns have been eliminated from the playoffs. Now, listen, both of these teams are all but eliminated from the playoffs. The Browns are definitely out. The Steelers need to win out, so they got to beat the Browns, then they got to win next week as well, which is against the Ravens. And then the Colts have to lose to the Jaguars next week, arguably the worst team in the NFL. And then also the Chargers and Raiders that play on Sunday can't tie. If the Chargers and Raiders tie, then the Steelers wouldn't get in, even if they won out and the Jags were to beat the Colts. And so there's a lot going on here as far as that goes, but it is, again, both these teams all but out. Colts are double-digit favorites over the Jags, who have been playing like the worst team in the NFL, if we take a look at this. So, guys, look, if you look at these squads, I mean, this is one of those deals where Ben Roethlisberger has come out and said that this is going to be his last game at Heinz Field, last game in Pittsburgh. And so there's certainly going to be, look, the crowd at the very least is going to be amped up. The crowd's going to be juiced. He's a future Hall of Famer. There's no doubt about him going to the Hall of Fame, so we don't need to debate any of that stuff. So, look, the crowd's going to be amped up behind the Steelers team. There's no doubt about that. But if you look at the Steelers team, they just haven't been very good. They just haven't been very good this year. They are the number 22 overall DVOA team. They're the 18th. They're the number 22 overall defense, this is what they've hung their hat on, right? The number 22 defense, the Pittsburgh Steelers, that is what this team has been over the last several years, is defensive minded. And now they find themselves in the bottom third of the league. They're 18th against the pass, 30th against the run. Well, who's coming to town? It's the Cleveland Browns, who are the number 2 DVOA team rushing the football on the offensive side of the ball. Those big offensive linemen that were built to be a power offensive line, power run team for this Cleveland team has played like it all year long. And then you have Nick Chubb back there. And when Dearness Johnson's gotten his chance, he's looked great as well. So it's a big, big mismatch, Browns offensive line versus this Steelers run defense. And then the biggest mismatch maybe of this entire game is the Browns defensive line versus the Steelers offensive line. Myles Garrett and company coming after one of the worst offensive lines of the 2021 NFL season. So this is as bad as the Browns have looked. They've still been better than the Steelers in just about every aspect of the game. And so for this line to flip over what people I'm assuming are thinking is a motivational deal here. I'm assuming people are thinking that the Browns got eliminated and that they're going to lay down in this game. Well, I can't see that happening for a myriad of reasons, right? I mean, one, this is just a giant rivalry game. Two, it's Ben Roethlisberger's last game in Pittsburgh. Third, if you got Baker Mayfield out there, he's playing for his job. I mean, if you've been paying any attention, people in Cleveland are not sold on Baker Mayfield. And so this guy's playing for his gig. There's actually a lot of guys on that offensive side of the ball playing for their gig, receiver positions as well. This is not one of those deals where this Cleveland team is going to come out here and roll over in this game. So for this line to have moved 6.5 points, I think is a massive overcorrection just because they have gotten eliminated from the playoffs. Look, even if yesterday didn't go like yesterday went, it was still a long shot for them to get in the playoffs in the first place. And we had them favored by 3.5 points in this game. So because the very unlikely scenario of them still being able to make the playoffs is now gone, that's worth 6.5 points to this line. There's just no way There's just no way in the world that's how this is going to go. So if you look at this again, the Browns have been superior to the Steelers at every single aspect of the game this year. Now, neither team has been lighting the world on fire, but it doesn't really matter. You're getting a couple of teams here that have been pretty bad, but the Browns have been better bad, if that makes sense. They've been the better version of bad. And they do at least have the best unit on the field, which is going to be their run offense. The best unit out there is their run offense. And that is the worst unit on the field that they're going up against, which is the Steelers' run defense. I think there's a clear advantage here for the Browns in the fact that we're getting a field goal. The fact that we're getting a full 3 points is just a gift in this game. I like the Browns. I like the Browns a lot, actually, now that we're getting a full field goal. You can get a full field goal in this game on the Browns. That is too much of an overcorrection, and we should take advantage of that people are reading into this and betting based off of a narrative, betting off of it being Big Ben's last game. And these are pros, man. These are pros. They're not laying down in this game, and they're not laying down certainly against one of their rivals, and they're not laying down in a game where they're just going to crown Ben Roethlisberger. They're not doing that. That's not what this Browns team has come out to do. So I think this line got really blasted in the wrong direction because people are just playing the narrative game. So we're on the Browns at a field goal, guys. We're catching 3 points with the better team that was favored by 3.5 points less than 12 hours ago. Well, whatever, 15 hours ago. So we're not playing that game with this. So we're going to go ahead and back the Browns this thing. On the total side of things, I had a lean to the over. Now the money has been coming in on the over in this thing. I had a lean to the over anyway for a couple of different reasons. One, I think the Browns are going to be able to move the ball on the Steelers. And two, I think Ben throws the ball a million times in this game. Now, I do believe that, one, they have no rush offense to speak of anyway. That's the other thing about the Steelers offense, right? They got Najee Harris, but the offensive line just isn't built to do anything. They're the 28th run offense in the entire NFL. So not only do you kind of send Ben Roethlisberger out trying to get him a big stat line, but you can't run the ball anyway. So I had a lean towards the over anyway, that Ben throwing the ball so much, so many incompletions, extends the game. And then when they do hit big plays, of course, it's chunk yardage and things like that. So if I had to play the total, although it has moved kind of out of the territory, this thing was at 41 yesterday, 41.5. I would still bet the over. I wouldn't be playing the under in this one. As far as props go, and it does go back to, and of course right here on the front page, all you got to do, hit this prop finder. If we do look at Ben, I honestly think that we are going to see him just huck the ball a ton. I would take the over on the pass attempts for Ben Roethlisberger. I don't think that they're going to just run Najee Harris into the middle of the line, a million times in Ben Roethlisberger's last game out there. That just doesn't seem like something that they're going to do. One, the only way they're going to be effective anyway is passing the ball. They can't run as it is. And then two, if we do want to buy into at least a little bit of the narrative stuff, is that they're not going to go out with Ben Roethlisberger having 20 pass attempts or anything like that. He'll be throwing the ball. So do like the over on pass attempts for Ben Roethlisberger in this game as well. But really do like the Browns at the field goal. Really like the Ben Roethlisberger over on the pass attempts. And again, if I had to play the total, I'd be looking to play it on the over side. All you do, come up here, NFL Monday Night Football preview, and that's where you'll find everything we're just looking at here if you want in written form. Of course, you can join the Discord, hop in there. We're talking football. We're talking golf. As the golf season approaches, we're talking everything over in the Discord. So be sure and do that. And of course, everything we do is absolutely free. So hit that subscribe button. We appreciate the support, guys. And looking forward to a very, very, very profitable 2022. Good luck on all your bets here on Monday Night Football.